What is up, Comet Creators? I wanted to go over some reasons why, if you're editing in the CapCut mobile app, why eventually you may want to consider switching from the mobile app to like the desktop version. I'm not trying to say that the mobile app is terrible. I'm not trying to say it's a horrible decision for what you have to do. I've worked with both pieces of software, both the desktop and the mobile app, to create all my tutorial videos that I do, and I think that they're both amazing pieces of software. The great thing about CapCut is it's tangible across Mac and Windows, so you can use it on either one. So I think it's a great option when it comes to video editing. But I think that this will help you to understand where your limitations may be if you're going to continue editing videos on your channel. Obviously, when you're starting out, you have to do what you have to do. We all have to do that, and so I'm not trying to dog you there, but it's just things that you're going to want to be aware of and things you're going to want to think about if you are continuing to edit on that mobile app. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just jump right into it. And so number one, the one thing I wanted to name, one thing that you may want to consider when you're editing on the mobile app is storage limits, which I know is kind of like duh, that's basic with any device. However, I have seen some people complain that that over time the app begins to move slower with exporting and everything, and I think it's just because as your device continues to export and continues to handle that workload of exporting those videos, it's going to cause deterioration of your device internally much faster. Like I've edited videos for a number of years now, and even spending a lot of money on a high-powered machine. I do Mac over time. No matter how much you're going, it's wear and tear, like wear and tear on a car. But also too, like you may have to pay monthly for external storage units and storage, cloud storage based stuff, and accessing that content, obviously will cause a slowdown over time with your device and editing on that mobile app. It's great, but if you're pumping out videos at the rate that you need to pump them out to be successful on YouTube or even TikTok, you're gonna be eventually getting frustrated with the amount of time it takes to to get those things done. In fact, there's a comment here that I saw within the App Store that I'll read to you guys. So this person said, even with the paid version Pro, saving videos to your phone takes forever. It doesn't give you the option to share it to anything other than your phone. It will say saving half the time, and remind you takes 30 minutes or longer, and then at 99% it will say something went wrong. This person is having a really bad day. Obviously, I'm not trying to dog on them or anything, but the complaint about the phone taking forever to export, that's because you're using a device that really isn't meant to be editing long form videos for YouTube, or even like 4K videos or 1080 videos. Like, all these things are going to have effects on your device over time. And so if you are editing on the mobile app, I would advise, or at least say in my opinion, you should make a plan or think of a way that eventually you can switch over to some sort of desktop device. And even if you're going to say, well, yeah, but I edit my videos and they're meant to look like they're filmed from a phone and all that kind of stuff, I do those too when I do my shorts on my channel, but I'm still editing those videos on my desktop. And I am exporting them to an external hard drive. I don't use cloud-based storage, and I find that to be the best way to handle the large amount of video files that I am editing, because I also edit video for my regular day job as well, and so I'm handling all of that on my computer at all times. So anyways, that's that number one. So let's just move on to number two. The second thing that I think you should kind of be aware of as you're editing on that mobile app is there's no guiding parameters for masks and overlay positions or sizes. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're adding like cinematic bars, or you're having like stickers and animations, and you're trying to add like different overlays on your video project, because there's no guiding parameters like there is in the desktop version, it will cause you to have to eyeball a lot of your content. Like, it doesn't show you the numbers you need to copy and paste. Like, if you want to have consistency across your video project and you want it to all be the same size, like for instance, even with cinematic bars, if you're adding cinematic bars to one clip, on the next clip you can't copy and paste those cinematic bars, and you can't actually match any parameters to make sure that they're exactly the same. You have to eyeball it on that app, and that is a very very limiting feature on the app that you you really need to have if you want to kind of have that pro feel to your videos. You want to be able to show consistency. It makes it look more professional, and you know, eyeballing sometimes just doesn't work. You know, it's, you may be trying to put something dead center in your project or even off to the right, and it's not going to look right because there's none of those guiding snap parameters to help you place those things perfectly. And so that's something that you'll want to be aware of over time, depending on the kind of content you're creating, that could really frustrate you at times. And so that's one thing you want to be aware of, and say, you know, maybe that is better to switch off that app eventually. And that actually like flows right into my other reason too, which is there's no copy and paste feature overall. Like, you can't just copy and paste stuff that you're editing within the app itself versus the desktop version. If I want to add multiple versions of the same sticker, you know, another clip or anything like that, or things of that nature, I'm able to copy and paste, as well as have shortcut keys. So I can actually click keys for splitting and pasting and moving stuff around and selecting different things. I have all these shortcuts that allow me to move quickly in my editing. I know that may seem silly for some people, especially if you are only using the mobile app, but as I work with people and show them how to do video editing, one of the things that will save you a ton of time as you edit is being able to learn shortcut keys, like being able to click one key to switch to split clips and all that kind of stuff. That saves you so much time instead of having to search your dashboard or search your project file to find the icon to click to split clips and stuff like that. And so even with the app itself, because you don't have those features, it will always take you longer to edit videos on the app versus editing on the desktop version. And so just for the sake of your channel alone, if your channel starts taking off and you need to produce more content, you will spend too much time trying to edit that content if you continue to use the mobile app versus the desktop version. So if you are going to get serious about pumping out more content, and time becomes of the essence, like you time and the amount of time it takes you to make content and get it to YouTube, the longer it takes to get it from your brain to YouTube or to TikTok, the longer it takes for you to make money, and the longer it takes for your channel to grow, because it's not going to do anything for you until it's actually on the platform. So you have to think about that, and that's one of the reasons why I do encourage people, like, look, the app is great, especially when you're first starting out, but you need to make a plan if you have to, or figure out a way that you can edit from a desktop computer, or even a laptop, whatever. Just get that desktop version, get that computer version, and not the mobile app, because that's going to be better for you in the long run. So enough about that. I spent way too much time on that. But the fourth reason is very limited processing power, and it causes serious lag in your editing time and exporting time. I have done a ton of tutorial videos on that mobile app, and I will tell you, even for me, just doing that, eventually that app just kind of kicks out, like without, and that's just any editing app, that's the iMovie editing app. It's not really the app itself as much as it's just the device that you're editing from. And unless you're going to buy or build this powerhouse of a device that will be able to handle it, which becomes expensive in and of itself. And at that point, I'm kind of like, if you're going to spend that much money on a device, you might as well just get a computer, because you're still going to be able to do a lot more. Those things like that, that limited processing power on that device is going to cause that lag in your video. Eventually you'll notice, like, oh, my video is not loading, just weird stuff will start happening in the project itself. That's because your device is heating up, or it's over time, if you're trying to edit a long video, and long video is honestly like anything above 6 minutes for that app, you're going to start noticing some lag, you're going to start noticing some failure. And a lot of times people will go on heavy rants on the app, or on the app store page for it, saying how terrible it is after a while it kicked out. And it's like, that's not the app, guys, that's the device. Like, you're editing from a phone, and so those are things that you're gonna want to take into consideration. So, not trying to diss anybody or anything, it's just stuff that you don't really think about if you don't edit video for a living and you're just trying to do this as your side hustle. So I'm just trying to help you. That's all I'm trying to do. And then the fifth and final thing is really, I think, the most important aspect of this, which is the limited editing features, such as color correction, limited selection for stickers, animations. There's no LUTs, which are just the overlays. There's features as well as external downloadable features that can be added for editing to the software on a computer. Like all of that, you're losing access to all of that by choosing to edit on the app only. And so those are things that you definitely want to think about. Like, even there is a large selection for stickers and animations in that app, but even just the scroll feature of having to like scroll through everything and try to find something I find that to be mundane, versus like on the computer version, I'm able to just click on stickers, select what I want, and I can see everything pop up there and then select from there. It just, overall, for editing, it's much better to do all that on the computer version versus the mobile version, because and to be honest too, even though the mobile version is quite extensive, there is more features, there is more stuff to choose from, there are more stickers, there's more text templates available on the computer version, and so you don't have access to all of that and on your mobile. Especially even with music, when I'm trying to add music into a project, I've noticed it's just difficult to do it. And I think it's difficult because I know I can compare between the computer version and the mobile version, and I know the computer version is just much easier being able to select stuff. So even just for your own sanity, you might want to just consider switching over, being able to do all that. It's much more smoother once you get used to it. And you can watch other videos of mine. I have full tutorials on how to use the computer version that is both compatible with iOS and Windows, so no matter which one you're editing from. My other videos on my channel, I show you how to do everything, and they're very specified videos too. So if you're just looking to how do I copy and paste, or how do I split clips, how do I do color correction, that's all on our channel, and it's very easy to pick up and go. So anyways, I hope this video helps you. I hope it gives you some clarity. I hope it's able to help you kind of think through why you would want to eventually have a plan to switch off mobile, especially in the long run for your channel. If you have any questions, comments, arguments, debates, whatever, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear. Maybe there's something I missed. Maybe you think I'm being foolish, and maybe there is a reason that you would choose the mobile over the computer, and I'd love to hear that. Maybe, and if I was wrong on it, I'll make a video talking about that too. So I hope you guys have a good day. Please like, share, subscribe. All that really helps the channel. Thank you guys so much for helping us grow. It's amazing to watch the growth in the channel, and we're super excited to be able to continue to do this and do it more. So I will catch you guys in the next one.
Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please take the time to like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps us to further please our YouTube overlords. Check out more links in the description for continued assistance on your CapCut projects, and please keep your arms and legs inside the craft until it comes to a complete stop. Be sure to mind your headspace and watch your step as you exit. Failure to comply may result in serious injury or death. We will see you next time, Comet Creators. End transmission.